The death is announced of Esthelina Flood, better known as Matiboy or Amma, formerly of Greece V4 but resided at her daughter's residence in Larry Shoes V4. She passed away on Saturday 20th February 2016 at 8 p.m. She was 95 years. She was predeceased by her husband Antoine Flood and two children, Lawrence Flood and Cora Rennie. Left to mourn are her 9 children, 5 sons, Dalton and Louis Flood of St. Croix, USVI, Henry and Joseph Flood of Greece, V4, Lambert Flood, better known as Best of Bruceville, V4. 4 daughters, Lucy Isidore, better known as Lena, a vendor of Grace, V4. Jeannie Beausoleil, better known as Bethelina, or Mubler of Grace, V4. Cynthia Flood, better known as Nutter of Houston, Texas. Mary Madeline Flood, her caregiver of Larry Shoes, V4. 35 grandchildren, Octavia Frederick and her husband, better known as Lorna of Bellevue, V4. Kieran Flood of Castries, Karen Isidore of Grace, V4. Hildreth and Grafton Flood of Grace, V4. Mitchell Flood of Castries. Linus Flood of New York, USA. Sylvia Lorenzen of St. Croix, USVI. Sylvana Anthony and her husband of OG, V4. Sylvester and Priscilla Beausoleil of Grace, V4. Celia Beausoleil of Latony, V4. Tom and Sheralina Flood of Diamond, V4. Natasha, Naturally, Noah, Crystal, This Road and Reality, Jelouis of Larry Shoes, Denry. Gilbert Flood of V4. Curtis Flood of Cooleytown, Grace. Moses Rennie and his wife of Cooleytown, Grace. Eunesta Randolph and her husband of Tirushi, Mikud. Angelica Rennie, better known as Diane of Castries. Ringo DeValley and his wife of Houston, Texas. Ovita Alva and her husband of Houston, Texas. Ray and Alan Eugene of Houston, Texas. Jermaine, Janice, Anselm, Sienna, Althea, and Malcolm Flood, all of Larry Shoes, V4. 43 great-grandchildren, including Denver and Jason St. Roman of Bellevue, V4. Kenya Alexander of Bellevue, V4. Cavalry Flood of Larry Shoes, V4. Casson Isidore of Grace, V4. Mancia and Cameron Flood of Castries. Junior and Yasmin Lorenzen of St. Croix, USVI. Krista Anthony of OG, V4. Sylvanus Beausoleil of OG, V4. Jatil Beausoleil of V4. Ariel Lucombre of Latony, V4. Sienna, Nisa, Darrell, and Shu Flood, all of Diamond, V4. Kurtisha and Kushal Flood of Cooleytown, Grace. Angelico Rennie of Castries. Trevon Gopal. Gianni Garib, Sanjay Evans, and Ziona Flood, all of Larry Shoes, V4. Jasmine and Jackie DeValley of Houston, Texas. Callan and Sari Elva of Houston, Texas. Sheila Eugene of Houston, Texas. In-laws Sylvia Flood of Diamond, V4. Petrona Flood of Cooleytown, Grace. June Flood of Bruceville, V4. Louis Beausoleil, better known as Blah, and Joseph Isidore, both of Grace, V4. Also left to mourn are her nieces, nephews, and cousins. Josephine Dickerson, Alexander Anatole, better known as Zandu. The Chalry and Fanfan families of England. The Flood, O'Brien, Antoine, Renee, and Samuel families. The Maffrey and Victorine families of Grace. Many other relatives and friends, both here and abroad, too numerous to mention. The funeral service of the late Esthelina Flood, better known as Matiboy or Amma, will be held on Friday, 26 February 2016 at Our Lady of the Assumption Roman Catholic Church in V4 at 3 p.m. And then the body will be laid to rest at Margaret O'Brien Private Cemetery, Latony, V4. Please note that transportation will be provided from Grace at 1:30 p.m. to take persons to the church, cemetery, and back to Grace. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, V4. May she rest in peace.